the software have a very good backend, have a very good way for make the relation. The idea of the software is that you have a space that are like a folder. It's a tree. You cannot do relation between like a hard or soft link in the file system for the folder, but you can do that with the content. Okay, the content that we have for the system are wiki, blog, image, video, files, discussions, microblogging. Okay, this is the content. The idea is that you create a space, and in this space you have the information that what is happening in this space. For example, if something write a micro conversation about one picture, the person can put the conversation about the picture or about the space. Yes, this is very.
Can you show that?
Yes.
Because it's kind of abstract, but it's good if you show.
Okay, this is the first screen. Here in the left, you have the top space. Okay, the top space is really home, and inside home we have this space that are mosquito test and knowledge test. For each space, you have.
So basically, we created some spaces that should represent projects, right?
Yes.
Okay.
For each space, you have in the top the principal page, activity, and applications that are what I was speaking, and the configuration. I think that it's better for now use the home space or this space. Yes, this space, for example, have some comments that I do, and also Jonathan. In the first page, we have all the recent elements. We can change this, and also we can show only, for example, the discussion.
So here's the question.
Also, only show the files. Yes, but the problem that TV show is that you can put, for example, one sub-project in two different spaces. If this sub-project is one space, you can make something like hard links in the file system with the content, but not with the folders. Okay, this is the problem.
Okay, so the discussion is, you have projects that are sub-projects.
Yes.
Of other projects, right? So you have a sort of a parent-child relationship, and in real world it doesn't happen like that. Okay, you have sub-projects that could be sub-projects of more than one project. So you have electronics projects that could be part of the mosquito scientific instrument project, and at the same time be part of the tape sensor project. So the tree structures, or sort of the file structure, doesn't really work, okay? Because it doesn't match our reality. But I would add another level of abstraction on that. So at the project level, you have many projects and their sub-projects. But then you can create other spaces. For example, you have R&D space. You have administration space. You have infrastructure space. And in the R&D space, you can have projects of R&D, right? So the idea is that you have one entity which is project that can have its own tree of sub-projects. But these projects you might want to have another space, which is the R&D aspect of this project. So you can have the design aspect of this project, or you can have the software aspect of these projects. You see what I'm saying? Or you can have the manufacturing aspect of this project. So you sort of have another layer of structure on top of projects. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, but for
or we put them inside projects. Projects have aspects of R&D, administration. I don't know.
the way that I do always for that is I have I put,
Cut.
I put I do a division, a part in two of the organization. One is the products, and the other is the organization itself. Yes.
Okay.
And in the products, is all about the products, the research and develop, the manufacture, all about the product. Yes. And in the other side, you have the organization that are the infrastructure, the sales, the pay the salaries, all that. It's the way that I generally I use. Yes, but I don't know if this is good for you. But for me, I think that the important is that one organization is for do something, a product or a service. Yes, it's the mission finally, or really it's not the mission, but the
Average.
no,
The middle.
The middle for get your mission. If you have some mission different that sale only,
Yes.
Is the product. Yes, for example, for Mozilla, his mission is the open web. Yes, but for do that, use a product and use services. Yes, and the most important is that the organization really is have created good and offer good products with a good experience for the users. Yes, and it's for that I do that. All I have 3 experience in the past, and the 3 times I use this kind of organization, and that works fine. Yes, and I have the inside the product or service a division that is something like you have that the design, the R&D, the administration. But really, that I do is that we for example, I don't know really how it works Mosquito, but all the time I speak people people that speak about the piezo. If we have a piezo, it's like we need to be the piezo, yes, and we put this like a project. We start to develop that, and after that we have the first version, yes, and we do a publication of this version that is the first, yes, and is this is like the end of this first period, yes. After you can use this version with for integrate this with the other products because are modular, but really the piezo is one project, and what you do for integrate that in the others is not the develop. If you use the end product, yes, because you don't need the asset with all the design, with all the knots for put the piezo in Mosquito or in other device. Finally, you take the version 1 of piezo and put that in the new project. Yes, it's like I do. Each module have his own project for create end version. The version is published. It's like software. You have the final version that you can download. For download the software, you don't need download all the notes or the commits or the conversation about the software. You only download the ends of the version, for example.
Yes. That's the part.
And you put that on the other side. And like that, I think that we can do that with the software because we can do the relation with the content. In this case, this content is a file. Yes, you can put the file that is version 1 of piezo in some other project. and the other project is other space, but it's not a problem. The problem is if you think that you need to put all the space inside the other space. But finally, the product that you have in I don't know, for the PSO is PCB. For put this in other product in the mosquito, what is, or you have a then what do you have at the end? What is the product? Because I don't know what you get. What is the PSO?
Okay, so the piezo in the end would be a product that can be used in the mosquito scientific instrument, or it can be sold alone, or it can integrate other projects like
I
smart
want to
robots.
I wanna to a scenario when we have one module that we can use in two different products. Yes, one is mosquito, another is mosquito two. I don't know, dragonfly. Yes, how works this in the Sensorica file system? Because I don't have that in my head. You can help me because if I can't see that, if piezo is only one or two files, it's really easy because the software can do that.
Okay, so the piezo, so you have, for now, the piezo, okay? The piezo development can go into different projects, can go into the mosquito,
Yes.
but not the mosquito sensor, scientific instrument,
Okay.
okay, which has the mosquito, which has a piezo, which has a bath, which has many components.
Okay.
It's a
Fine.
instrument system, right?
Yes.
Then it can be sold alone. It can be just a product on its own.
Okay.
Okay. And there is another project which is called Touch Sensitive Robots.
Yes. This is the case.
Robot has an actuator that is coupled to a mosquito to make it touch sensitive.
Yes. And now in files,
Yes.
the version one of PSO, what is? If you because you said that the problem is that you need to put PSO here and here.
Yes.
Here is not a problem because it's the sound.
Okay.
Yes. But what is PSO? Is a PCB? Is a 3D model?
It's okay.
Or all integrate?
The piezo is electronics. It's mechanical.
But electronics, what is it? A PCB?
Yeah, it's a PCB. It's a driver. It's a driver. So it has an electronic component and it has a mechanical component.
And that is the PSO.
Yeah.
This is one model.
Hey, Captain.
Hey, yeah, how are you doing? Bob left. Yes, you probably noticed.
Yeah.
So
He's probably coming back.
no, he said no.
think
He wrote. He probably isn't coming back. He said he wrote on the chat that he's probably not
Okay,
coming.
I'm unable to understand most of the speaking anyway. Okay.
Okay? But the idea is that you do one folder that is the PSO when you develop the PSO,
Yeah.
and in this folder, I don't know, is the idea. Now, you put the version, this is PSO, I can delete, can I delete?
Yeah.
Here you have all about the development of PSO, you have conversations, blog, there
Yeah.
are so many files. Yes, it's all because it's the space where you develop the PSO.
Yeah.
Yes, but here you have one folder. His name is version 1.
Yeah.
Okay, and inside this folder you have the PCB
Okay.
and you have the 3D.
The mechanical design. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
When you need to put an I don't know PCB PSO version 1 dot PCB, and here you have PSO version 1 dot 3. Yes.
Okay.
Are two files, and you can do the relation for these files and put this inside
Maybe you
this
can also
other
put
new.
software development. The PSO needs some software to drive it. Maybe software too.
Okay, and software.
Yeah.
PSO version 1.x.
Okay.
When you need to PSO inside this new, that is the touch sensing. Okay, it would be nice to put the space. We can't, but we can do the relation for put this here.
Actually, you know what? Bob's system, he will map the relationship between projects. So I wonder if we can just maybe add links. So Bob's value planning system, it will give you the network and all the relationships between projects. What do you think? So these relationships here are not mapped in the knowledge management. In the knowledge management, you just have individual projects, a list.
Yes.
And then you get the structure from the value planning system. What do you think?
Get from the value from the structure.
Yeah. Because Bob system will have these connections because the output of the piezo project is an input of this project. And when you sell this product here, you have, to pay these guys, you have to pay these guys, you have to pay.
Maybe this is possible, but I don't know how is that. Really, it's not really my work in general is not to develop. Yes.
No, that's fine. This is developed by Bob. I'm just trying to say that the structure will not live inside the content management, will live outside in the value accounting system. You know what I'm saying? And we can probably just put links so you can have a visual representation of how this relates to other projects and what is the type of relationship and what is how are resources flowing back and forth. It's just that the structure doesn't live there. It just lives outside. But Bob is going to take care of that. Actually, this is already done in the system. And the more data we put, the more relationships we'll see between things. What's missing in Bob's system, it's the visual. It's the tool to visualize everything, but the connections are already there. They're coded. You know, that structure is building itself, but we're just missing the visualization of that. You know. So he is already taking care of that. Bob, you know.
But the problem that let's see that is. And if Bob try to see the software and add a feature for have the relation in the space, because
is there a wiki that is general for all spaces? Because the wiki can actually represent that structure, right?
yeah, this is
The
more.
wiki is a network structure. The wiki is not a tree. The wiki goes everywhere. Right?
Yes.
So maybe the wiki can represent these sort of relationships. Every space has its own wiki, or there is a wiki for all the spaces?
You can put one wiki in the space for each space.
And you can create one space which is like the general space.
It's the
Home that has a wiki?
Yes. Yes, and that, but the wiki, I think that is not a problem because it's HTML and you can link that, all that.
Okay.
Yes. The other idea would be to use the space for the develop process, or for example, to create the first version, and after. Because here, what is important here when people are developing, doing the research and develop, when people are selling in all the steps, this is a good question.
Well, I think documentation, you know, most of it in Sensorica happens here, the R&D level. So, you see, the system shouldn't be a manufacturing system or a system for manufacturing where you have recipes already done and you just describe a product. The system is not just at this level here. The system should map ideas, designs, prototype. This is the R&D here, and the product too. But most of it happens here, you know. So all the documentation. So here, actually, you should put this tree, which is work in progress, testing and debugging and finishing, you know? Because this only represents the end product. It's a description of the end product. But before you get there, you need to go here and here and here, and people should know what's going on. Like what are the designs that have been proposed? And maybe just one of them create a prototype. Or maybe we created 3 prototypes or 5, and 4 of them failed for some reason that we need to describe.
For me, this
And then you go to the product.
this is
Yes, okay, exactly. Exactly, but you see here is a version that represents product, so we need those.
Yeah, because the idea is that it's just that I want to say you don't need to put all this structure when you are thinking create a new module. Yes, because if the system is modular,
Oh yes, okay.
you don't need this information. You need take your module and put your module in the new system. Yes? And maybe if you think to make a modification, you have to go to the PS space and create a new version for...
And look at these things here.
Yes?
Okay.
But it's in PS space when you make the modification of piezo.
Okay. And the relationships between projects, you don't need that. The relationship is just the deliverable.
Well, you can put all this here, maybe, inside the piezo. Yes?
Mm-hmm.
But the idea is that that I have in my head is that it's modular. Yes, because I think all the time like that.
Mm-hmm.
For me, it's like it's a standard. Yes? And this is one module.
Yes.
Yes? And if you are thinking develop this module or do a variant for this other product, you do that here in the module, not outside of the module.
Right.
And you put at the end, I don't know, version 1.
Which is this is deliverable, right? Because it finished, this is deliverable here. You understand the word deliverable?
The end version 1, version
Something that can be delivered as an input to other things.
Yes.
Okay. So you have, work in progress here somewhere documented. You have testing and debugging here somewhere documented, and then you have one folder with deliverables that can be linked to the other things as modules.
Yes, but you can link the folder. You can link the content inside. But the difference is that you don't have so many files like when you are here.
Yes. Yeah.
Are 3, 4 files.
Yes.
And import 3 or 4 files is fine.
Yeah.
Yes. Because more that much 7 or 10 is not fine. Or so much for make click is not good.
Yeah.
Yeah. But 3, 4, 5, I think that we can work with that.
Well, you can see here maybe retired versions, which is like old.
But after the new version, you can do a new version that the name robot 1 0. I don't know. You put the name. Yes, but yes, I think that this is the structure is good. Progress, testing, finishes, and future. The future folder will be here, I think. That use Jonathan and Danny. Future. Thinking then, I don't know. Jonathan is doing something.
Projections, like projections.
Yes, projection.
But that must be before, no?
No. Because he's working in this version. He's working in version 1.
Yeah.
And he finds something interesting for the version 2. He don't want lost that. He and Daniel have a folder for the next version for future future in my notes.
Okay.
Yes, it's future.
Okay. Interesting.
Because it's Daniel and also Jonathan that use this folder.
Okay. And then
Future.
okay, future. And
Past, present. The present is in progress. Finish is past, okay. Future.
okay. So and then this
Wait.
this thing gets you back here.
This testing and debug is in progress. It's inside in progress for Jonathan.
Okay.
Okay.
And this one can get you back here, right? It's like the future. It gets you to in progress.
Yeah, because after is I don't know. My example is Debian versioning. Yes, you have experimental, you have testing, and you have stable.
Okay.
I don't know. Today, people decide that it's time to go to do the process for go to the next version. Yes. Now stop get new package for the from the developed version to the testing version. Testing version is now the congelate.
Yeah, it's frozen.
Frozen.
Yeah.
Yes, and people work so hard for finish all for fill out the books here, and after when it's ready, this version that is the
Stable.
here develop testing stable. This will go to old stable. This go to stable.
Okay.
And we do a copy of all that we have here. And now the new testing is really unstable because it's the developed version.
Yeah,
yes.
yeah.
But this happen when we are thinking in create a new version.
Yes.
Yes, we can use something like that.
Okay.
And we can put names for make that more easy. Yes, yes. This is future will be when this in progress will go to one version. All that this guy have here, I think that will go to in progress. But yes, I think that each module needs his space, its own space, and inside the space of each module, use something like Jonathan structure and Daniel structure.
It's kind of mapping this thing. This idea design prototype product, but this is from the point of view of the type of resource that you have, and this is from the point of view of the process. So this is process oriented. This is process. And this is resource. You understand? So this is how resources are lined up. So you can have as resources ideas that it's documented, you go and read ideas. You can have as resources designs that you can use, and you can have as resources prototypes. And these are processes, you know? This is sort of a...
But I think that the product is the something that
Exactly, finished deliveries, yes.
And testing and debug are all that is in progress is this.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, because when you start when you are in progress, you start with ideas. After you go to the design. After you go to the prototype, and finally you do the product and you put this product here.
Yeah. And as you come out from this one and go to this one and do some testing and debugging, that happens here, right?
Yes.
And this already is in progress. And here you do the debugging and testing, right?
No, I think that is in. I don't know. No, no, it's before it's in design because the prototype is when you have. Mhm. Because we have the proof of concept and the prototype and are in the sum. I read the document that Jonathan put in the
Okay.
and it's different. For example, my Muta one now is a proof of concept, not a prototype, because prototype is before to do the real product. You know,
Yes, yes.
if this is a prototype, the the end product will be like this.
Well, no, well, I think your Muta one is a prototype already. It's an evolving prototype. You're doing this here.
No,
You're doing the feedback, or you're good.
it's a proof of concept.
Yeah, that's well.
The prototype is this. Yes, the product is when you can do this. You have solved all the production. Yes.
Yeah, well, you can say that there are different stages of prototyping. That.
Okay, we are thinking that in prototype we have the proof of concept and the prototype.
Yeah, that's how I'm thinking. And slowly, your prototype looks more and more like the product.
Yes.
As you're refining, designing, you see testing, design, test, design. Your prototype looks more and more like a final product, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. All this. Is in progress.
Yeah.
And this
Yeah.
and I think that for the knowledge management it's better use like that because it's like people are using now in his computers.
This.
Yes.
Sure. Yeah. I think there are different structures that we need to map here, But that's definitely, yeah. If they're used to that, we
Yeah,
can.
it's very good to have this visualization about what here is the process and here are the resources.
Bob works with this. This is what Bob works with. When you say resource types, these are resources. These are resource types, and then you have resources, which is designs is a resource type that can have different designs, different resources.
Yeah, but for Bob, design is the version 1 is this, for example. This is a design for Bob. It's not a design in progress.
Huh?
It's the end version of the design.
Yes, he works with resources. What is there that exists that I can download?
Yes. And
or touch or
in this case, this is not. Because design is this. This, for example. The final version.
Oh, not necessarily. Because Daniel, he has different versions of design. So there is a design progress here. I can show you different versions of the back. You can see three different 3D files of the back. Because we made a design, we created a prototype, we tested it at Fields Lab. They went back, they changed the design, prototype. We still don't have a product yet. You see what I'm saying? And you can see different versions of the same back, which means that. And then you can say that you can have. Okay. I think what you're trying to say is that final finished stable deliverable, which is the product, will have associated with it designs, right? Of electronics, 3D files, optical designs. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So there is a finished design for a finished product, but there are also experimental designs for prototypes.
Yes, it's like that. It's because is the design of the product or is I'm designing the product?
Yeah, I understand it. Yeah.
Yes, you are not the same.
Yeah.
Because this is the design of the product.
Yes.
Yes. And here we are designing the product.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's an action, it's a progress, yes. It's a process. So when you say designing, this is the process.
Yes, because
Yeah. And then we'll say, what's the design of this mouse?
yes,
I can go
you
down.
tell me the 3D files and the PCB. Okay,
Yeah.
that is the design of the mouse. It is not the process of designing. You are when you say I'm designing,
Yeah.
you are using these files for do a new version, a new
Yes, yes,
version,
yes.
all that.
Okay.
But now the idea is that we can work using the software. This is an image position design.
You mean
Oh.
hypothesis or?
Yes, it's a hypothesis.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, we can work and we can know what is the owner of any file and how many comments have any file, all that. I don't know if Danny do a 3D model. Ivan can comment this model for site. Oh, I need this have a problem here, or please add this other feature. Or I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, we can use the software for working the design and the prototype process. No, from the ideas to the product. But my question is, when you are in the resource software, what do you put? The end version of the design of the product or the process?
Bob, he also takes care of. We didn't make any document about this. Bob wants to take into consideration different designs in the past. So for him, design resource, you can actually see it on the file net, and he has the concept citation. Okay, so yes, okay, go to inventory. Okay, and go to design. Okay.
Yes, I know.
So, this is a design of a bot.
Yes.
This is the first design, and then they design this one. And in this design, you cite this design. Say, this design was inspired by this design. Okay. Also,
By version 2, no?
look, yes, look, there is also fiber scoring, mechanical fiber scoring moving machine. I am sure that there are two designs here too. Oh no, this is okay. Take for example, the designs of the optics. Okay, there are many designs. PDLD. Okay, here, so we have many of these designs, and some of them they are inspired. So I can cite the designs, like a scientific publication. I make a scientific publication, and before I do the study, I read other scientific papers and I cite them. Say this is based on prior work by other people that tried this and this, and now I'm trying something different, but I'm getting inspired from them. Because even if some designs trials didn't produce any prototype and any product, it is still prior work that inspired new design that eventually led to a product. And now, out of 10 trial designs, one produces revenue, but we should also redistribute revenue to the people that tried before. You see what I'm saying?
Yes.
So for him, resources are the versions of the design, even the ones that failed and never got to the product.
Yes.
Okay. Otherwise, you punish failure, which is not always good, you know.
No, because failure is learn.
Yes, exactly. You know? Yeah.
And it's the secret of Google, for example. Fail fast.
Yeah. So he's going to capture, so his system is going to capture everything. Either by a lineage of,
But also, you have the if you have so many different versions, final versions,
yeah.
are here, yes, but are published. We need, I don't know, we don't have every chain that Daniel do for that. We have the end version of the new PSO or of the new
Yeah.
the name of that. Yes, and is that works because you have this version one, version two, or version derived for robot, derived for whatever project. Yes, but you need to publish the end version, the finished version. Yes, and I think that is the design
Of the product, yes.
is here, publish it, finish it.
Yes.
It's not in process. Yes, you can use one for do a version of other. Yes, but it's always the we are speaking about this folder. Finish it.
From the value accounting system, this folder here is a design that generates revenue. Okay, so you have design trial. Okay, this influence this one get influence from this one and from this one. These are citations, okay?
Yes.
This influences this one. Okay, this gets influence from this one. This one generates profit or sales, okay?
Yes.
Now, you can define this by saying this is the design that generates revenue. Okay, let's say revenue here.
Yeah, because sales and revenue are not
Yeah.
the same.
But the idea is that there is a solidarity mechanism.
Yes.
Saying, hey, this guy worked on some designs that finally didn't end up in the product. But the product is based on the design that was influenced by all this. So the solidarity mechanism say, the guy that did that is not going to just take the money and run. Okay?
Yes.
It should pay all these people here that work. So this is the solidarity mechanism. Okay? How we do it, we don't know how to define it yet. We don't know how to do it. But Bob is recording these connections because when you have the connections, you can agree on a method to redistribute.
Yeah, but
if you don't have the connection, you just fight.
But
Right?
here is these relations are about the finished product.
Yeah, so these relations here, and
it's not about when Daniel was in the middle of the he finished and published this version.
Yes.
And this version is a design.
Yeah.
Now,
okay.
And here is the design of the product.
Yeah. So this
maybe or the module better. Yes. Okay. Maybe it's not the module that win in the market, but here is the design of a module. Is how I understand the.
So this one here lives inside this folder.
Yes.
All these guys here,
yes,
it's in the designing.
If you like, don't put version 1. Put derived. You can put Piezo Mosquito version 1. Piezo robot. Yes, because it's based in the other. And you are working here in the knowledge system. You are working in the process. Yes. You publish the design, and this goes to the software. This is Bob software. You take this.
These are generating revenue, right? So Bob should know how to redistribute, right?
No. This is I don't know. The version 1 don't generate revenue, but version 5 that was a derivative for another product
So you're not using this only to the final version.
Yeah, now okay, for do this more client, mosquito, first, eso, mosquito, version 1. Okay? This is something like this when I'm here.
Okay, okay, so let me...
And after you take this product as base for do another. That is other like this. But what you get at the end is the publish folder.
Yes, okay.
Yes? In the knowledge management you can use for all the process.
Okay.
Yes? Because we don't have something like we can do in software for Git or SVN when you can cite the lines and make a comparison. Yes? You take this PCB, you don't have a way for know what is different with the other. Yes? In the sense. But with code you can see and you can understand. But here you see the difference are binary or if this is not binary, it's so hard to read on that list. That don't have sense. And maybe here put some file with some special structure for creating relation. Will be a good idea.
But this is going to be created anyway by Bob software because all these things here, or all these lines, they're going to live in the value accounting system. You just don't have the description. You just only have a link. You have the category and a link. That brings you to the description.
You do all the work here.
Yeah.
You publish the work here, and you put here the design a link to here.
Yes. Okay. Yeah.
And it's done.
Like we do already. You can have here. If you look at this design, if I open this design, look, there's a link. That's it. That's all it is. Design, mosquito design, optical. That's it. And you have what is the relationship with other designs and products, and then you have the link. Just a very small description.
Okay. The relationship is here. We don't need to put that here.
Yeah. And then you have the association with the content management, which is a Google Doc. You see? So then you go to the Google Doc and you see, this is what it is. Okay.
Okay.
So you just have like a picture, but this is really all the information about it. Okay. So you see how we jump from the value accounting system to a document that is describing, look, modular optical design. And now we can have all these things. Okay. But we jumped with a link from Bob's system, okay, which is just category, which is design. Category is design. Type of the design is just optical. Name of the design, mechanical design, mosquito modular Y. You see? This is like, okay, so this is a design, is a resource, is a design. It's optical. It's related to the mosquito project, and it's about some specific name, And then Bob can track how this design went into the mosquito prototype, into the mosquito product, and can track all these relationships.
Okay, it's fine. It's perfect.
Okay. Which actually are you see, I don't see the way we don't have the structure anymore.
I think that it's a good idea to take a picture. Okay, 2 pictures for put that in some place.
Yeah, I'll write it down. But we're far from understanding. So so you say
I think that
every project has a space.
Yes, every module.
Yes, every module. Like
Different. Every module. Piezo is a module. And you can make like a relation like this with the components, the sub,
the content. Okay.
the content.
Because the content you can do relations.
Yes.
Okay.
This is the piezo, and you have another space that his name is I don't know, mosquito. In mosquito, you can get these files.
Okay.
Yes.
And
are the sum. That if you make something here, your touch here.
Okay. And this association, it's a project. Is this association a project? Or what is this association that you do?
The
You see, mosquito scientific instrument will have content from the piezo, content from the mosquito, content from the transducer.
Yes, content, but not.
And the way you associate is
you don't have a folder inside that with the name piezo that is some folder. Yes, because piezo. You have so many piezo. See piezo for robot, piezo version 1, piezo.
Okay.
Yes, you put the content.
But what is the association as a thing? What is?
You have here. This is piezo.
How do you represent projects? That's my idea. How do you represent projects in the system?
With no hierarchy. You can all put you put all as modules.
I understand. So modules are spaces, right?
Yes.
This is a space. So spaces as features represent modules. And how do you represent projects?
What is a project?
The way Bob defines project is a project is a context of work that has a goal associated with it.
This is a space.
Yeah, but if you make
you cannot.
you can't do the so let's say you call an association, you call mosquito science.
You can do that with the content.
Yes. So, but can this association, which becomes an entity, it's an association, it's represented inside the system. Can it be a context of work?
You have to think the system like that. We have here all the files.
Yeah, that's a database.
Yes.
Yeah.
And you have here the space. This is the harm. That is the root.
Yeah.
And this is a tree.